Today's digital world is distractive and destructive. We have tons of things to run behind every day. The easiest path to success today is to do what the 99% are doing. And what the 99% are doing is to do one thing. You must ignore the 10 things that you see the other guys doing, making you feel like they are more productive than you. You see, life is a mix that you create for yourself, and seeing other people, following them for inspiration is one thing, but copying them for who they are and try to be them is another. Creating goals that makes you happy, following them throughout the year gives us the necessary purpose to live a happy life. According to a scientific study, the famous dopamine chemical originates the most when we have a purpose in life, when we have relationships around, and we have hope in our lives. There is nothing that points out wealth, money, successful career as the main indicator of success in life. Let's see how we can achieve the most ambitious goals in our lives. Watch the video in full as it includes scientific studies, examples, case studies, and some really good suggestions poured out from different videos, reading materials, and studies to find out the exact science for you to achieve your goal this year. The first step to achieve your goal, and that is not actually from the book One Thing, but it is one of my personal favorites, is to set an awe goal. The principle is actually taken from the book Principles by Ray Dalio. According to Ray Dalio, who actually runs a billion-dollar company, and interestingly, that company's main business is to manage the funds of other successful billionaires and millionaires, says that all goals are those, if you think of them right away, a current run through your spinal cord. It is something if you share with anyone, it will draw their jaw. Setting all goals helps you gain more than setting a mediocre goals. Even if you achieve 60% of the all goal, you are likely to succeed many times as compared to the people who set simple, easy, and achievable goals for themselves. The reason for setting an overambitious goal is to challenge your mental limits and allow yourself to fail a bunch of times so you can eventually win. I mean, there is no point of having a straightforward win, right? Something that does not challenge you is like winning a minor league when you are built for major. The second thing you can do this year to achieve your goal and to win is to focus the one thing. You see, the popular belief in today's world is if you do 10 things or you have been busy all the time is when you win. Most of us, and even me, believed for years that making yourself work for hours and hours, grinding every second of your waking hour will make you money or will help you achieve your goals. But interestingly, that wasn't the case. In fact, recently, I have started focusing on one thing, utmost thing that I need to crack in my life or to find a master key to achieving my immediate goals. When you try and have multiple hats, you are trying to be a Ronaldo and a Virat at the same time, and that's the biggest scam you can do to yourself. And you know what they say, the easiest person to fool on this planet is yourself. The third most important thing that I read in this book and have actually seen working for so many successful people is that consistency trumps intensity. When I see the wealthiest people in the world, when I see Elon, I see how he built one company at a time. When I see Jeff Bezos, I see how he just built one thing for decades. And let me tell you that one thing he built over decades was not Amazon. It was the customer experience. He built this one thing and no e-commerce competitor can ever match his success. Most of us get pumped for a day or two and then we slow down till everything disappears and the level of motivation to do disappears, while the real success and easiest possible way to achieve a goal is to just do it bit by bit, step by step, as it will help you achieve the desired momentum to reach your goal. The easiest tricks of all, yet the most ignored one, is to prioritize your task. Actually, we do that every second of our lives, but we do that unintentionally. I urge you to do that intentionally. We often do that for things that are urgent rather the most important. For example, you start your day, you know there is an essay that you need to prepare, or you have to complete a task for your client, or you really need to write a cold email to your customer, but you choose to watch the video or talk to a colleague or check your phone over and over again. Prioritizing your task can really help you get things done quickly and help you move towards your goal. A perfect way to do it is to create a list of things that you need to achieve your goals and attach a number from 1 to 10, with 1 as the highest priority amongst the rest. The one task or one activity that can influence the movement towards your goal, that can help you achieve the momentum, should be your first thing to do. Not only is that, you can choose the goal in different parts of your life. Say one for career, one for family, one for professional growth, and then create a list of things you need to achieve them. And then you can simply see the one thing or the one activity for each category to achieve your goals in that. The fifth trick up our sleeves to achieve the most in life is the biggest myth buster of all, and that is multitasking equals productivity and effectiveness. It is scientifically proven that you cannot run for two rabbits at the same time as you attempt to catch them both. Similarly, you can't cook and eat at the same time. One of the most absurd things to do is to think that you can talk to your client and your mother at the same time. Even better is that you can convince your wife and your client at the same time. Can you do that? Not even if you are an Einstein, you can do that. No. Remember that there are no such things as work-life balance as something that exists in your life in an equal amount. Like a balance can exist in any shape and form like you desire. It can be a Saturday to rest while the whole week is there to grind. It can be a Saturday or a Wednesday to rest while you work between the days. But whatever that is, you need to be sure that it's your own choice. Nothing comes without a cost, and no destination can be reached without leaving the starting point or the places that comes during the journey. The sixth interesting trick in the book is to attach a purpose with your goal. I find this as the hidden gem of all the amazing tricks given by this book. You see, when you attach a purpose to your goal, and I go one step ahead to say that when you attach a purpose of service to your goal you attempt to achieve, it becomes easier for you in the dark to keep moving forward, to push through, to make sure you stand tall on your worst days. You must have seen that in your own life, it is usually easier to give up on goals and desires that we just have for ourselves as compared to the ones where our family and friends are attached. We usually go an extra mile for them to achieve the goals that we need to. We do whatever it takes to bring the trophy home, and we usually succeed in that. The seventh tip you should follow to achieve your ambitious goal is to be aware of your daily routine. Where you spend your time, the people you talk to, the content you consume, the books you read, the friends you meet, and the self-talk you have with yourself. Achieving ambitious goals is like a war, and you might have to lose some battles to win the war, but the point here is to be aware of every second that you spend in that war zone. Japanese have a concept called onagi that talks about the complete awareness of your surroundings. It's like you are a god to your mind. You must filter stuff out that you think will slow your progress and will stop you from achieving your goals. A friend who doesn't share your goal or doesn't like to talk about the things that you desire in your life is simply a waste of your time. And you can decide to spend an hour or two in a month with him or her, but continuously talking to that guy for the sake of repeating the same old past over and over again, or to talk about different things in the future that you actually doesn't want in your life is of no use and a foolish thing to do. The book One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan is an amazing read, and I think no summary can justify the true pleasure of reading that book. The eighth trick that I got from this book is to live an intentional life. We must learn to say no to the people that aren't adding anything into our lives, and though it is hard to ignore the ones we used to hang out or to have memories with, it is utmost necessary for us to make a new, valid and helpful connections. It's like a new network. It's like the new set of people that you spend time with. But these are the guys, these are the people who actually want the same in life that you want. Another thing to do here is, as you attempt to live intentionally, you should stop your brain to go into that default mode. Like, what you must do is to keep your thinking in check. What you are thinking, what you are trying to achieve, you must have that in your mind, and you must move that intentionally rather than just spending your day one after the other. Time blocking is an effective way to achieve your short-term goals that will eventually help you build the necessary momentum to achieve the long-term goal. So say for example, you have something very important to do, and you know that if you do that one thing, it's going to help you gain confidence towards achieving your goal. What you should do is you should block a time for it, even if it's every day, even if it's once for a week, but you should time block that activity to make sure you pour your best into that activity. Since we are talking about blocking time, the ninth trick from the book tells us about the importance of listing the activities out and assigning weight to each of those activities to decide which is the most important activity of all. From the book Eat That Frog, Mark Twain said, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of your day." Meaning, the most influential task is usually the one that needs the most energy. And since your energy level is like a battery and it drains as you spend your time, the best thing is to spend it on the most precious activity of your day. And even if you drain down to zero and left with no energy to work with, you can take the rest off and can simply enjoy talking to a friend. Another thing you can do here is to create a batch of similar activities and and then see which badge brings the most value towards your goal. For example, I'm writing the script down and I intend to optimize that for my blog. As I'm done writing and before I'll try to create an audio for my podcast and a video for my YouTube channel. So the most important thing to do here is to write a script because it can be used on different platforms. Creating a badge helps you to avoid changing the hats too often in a day and usually helps you get done with a handful of activities of your day in one go. The last trick to achieve your goal is to take care of your sleep properly. If you are a student or someone from the digital marketing or even a mother, the worst you can do to yourself and the biggest disservice towards your goal is to have an improper sleep. Not taking care of ourselves and thinking we can achieve more is a wrong way of thinking, because even if you achieve your ambitious destination or get what you want, your health won't be enough. You will not be able to enjoy having what you desire the most, and it destroys the purpose of having or achieving the goal in the first place. Remember, the healthy mind comes from a healthy body, not the other way around. Do you know the most effective way to stop aging is to exercise and a proper sleep and to hit the gym rather than an expensive $1 million pill? I hope that you liked the video. Let me know in the comment section about the tricks that you have decided to apply in your life in order to achieve your goal. Give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to the channel so we can learn the way to achieve our goals together. See you in the next video. Bye bye.